Hello, it's Maybeth Wallace here from Quantum Inner Fitness. I have some remarkable, startling facts to share with you in a moment, but before I do, I want to ask you a really important question. Have you recently tried to use willpower or positive thoughts to create change in your life? Were you absolutely determined that this time it would be different and that you would succeed, but you were unsuccessful? It's not your fault, and I'll explain why in a minute. Did you know that having all the willpower in the world will never help you with any problem or behavior you're trying to overcome? Having positive thoughts will help you while you're having them, but because you can't always have them, that won't create a permanent solution either. Stay with me here, and I'll show you the sound, scientific explanation for why this is. Are you stressed with huge debt and unable to pay your bills? Have you lost weight over and over again only to gain it right back? Are you addicted to smoking, food, alcohol, drugs, or anything else? Are you settling for unsatisfying relationships? It's no mistake that you ended up on this site because you have probably given intention to be the absolute best you can be. Like I did, you tried over and over to make positive changes, but perhaps you're just stuck. I am so excited to tell you that your struggle stops right here, now. The information you are about to receive is a culmination of a lifetime of searching and finding, and of overcoming the same huge obstacles you may be struggling to overcome. I've learned valuable lessons, and I want to help you take the express route and quit doing it the hard way like I did. Do you realize that when you struggle with any behavior you want to change and you're unsuccessful at changing it, there is shame attached to it every time you don't succeed? Do you also realize that shame is the main factor that makes you weak and keeps you from changing? In his important research on energy fields, David R. Hawkins used kinesiology, a well-established science based on the testing of muscle response stimulus, to measure human levels of consciousness. On a scale of 1 to 1,000, he calibrated a value of 250 for neutrality. That means that when you're not feeling particularly good or bad, your energy field is calculated at 250. He also determined that a value of anything less than 200 made us weak. You'll be amazed when I tell you the values that are attached to some of the feelings you may have been having. Do you realize that the shame I was just talking about has a value of only 20? Shame does more harm to your energy than fear, which calibrates at 100. And we all know how bad living in fear is for us. As you can see, by continually feeling like a failure and carrying around shame or being fearful, you're constantly living your life in a state of weakness. This kind of life absolutely needs to change, and I'll show you how to do it. More importantly, I'll show you why it's so critical that you do change it. Because those weak energies attract back the same to you. I want to prove that to you scientifically. Just imagine seeing yourself making a quick transition from a low energy state of ordinary drab living to high energy living where you experience outrageous success in every single area of your life. Here's why having all the willpower in the world will never help you with any problem or behavior you are trying to overcome. We have one brain, but two minds. One is called the conscious mind and the other is called the subconscious or unconscious mind. The main difference between the two is that one gives directions and the other follows orders. Here's a quick example to help you understand what's happening here. Let's imagine that there's a flea on an elephant. Now let's suppose the flea wants to stay on that elephant and go west. The elephant wants to go east. No matter how hard the flea desires to go in one direction, he's at the mercy of the elephant. Now here, the flea represents your conscious mind, and the elephant represents the subconscious mind. And just like the elephant, your subconscious mind is in control. It runs your body and habits, and it also generates your emotions. From the moment we get up until the moment we go to bed, we operate mostly from the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind can process around 20 million bits of information per second, while the conscious mind is capable of processing only about 40 bits per second. That's 500,000 times more. Can you see why it's so important to access your subconscious mind? Because of all the negative messages your subconscious mind has received throughout your whole lifetime, that blueprint may not be in agreement with your conscious decision to make positive change, and that sets up resistance. And whenever you have resistance or a counter-intention between these two minds, your subconscious mind will resist your conscious mind's instructions every single time. And to make matters worse, your emotions are stored in your subconscious mind. And over 95% of all problems or behaviors are emotionally driven. What that means is that your inability to be successful is not your fault. It only means you haven't been able to access the area of your brain where the change takes place. Until now, that is. Let me help you access your subconscious mind to overcome the real reasons why you're unsuccessful at accomplishing your goals. By doing that, we can change those feelings of shame, guilt, fear, or anger, and you can start feeling powerful and successful. Could you open your mind and be kind to yourself? Click on the button at the side to access the free introductory course on quantum inner fitness, fitness from the inside out, and take a giant leap into a universe of infinite possibilities. I look forward to celebrating your successes with you.